Welcome back to Biz Lounge. We're with the head of Audi India. But before we continue our chat, here's a look at how Michael has found a home away from home in Mumbai.
I have a daughter. She's 6 years old, Kaya. She's going here to the American school, and my wife, she's also German, Catherine. Yeah, and we hang around often as a family, and then I have, of course, a lot of business obligations during the course of a week. So I try at weekends at least to take it a little bit easier. For hanging really loose with the family, hang out, enjoy, relax, I definitely love Goa, especially South Goa with the beaches, the long beaches, beautiful. If you like a little bit more explorative, then I love Rajasthan. My daughter loves pizza, of course, but she also loves Chinese. So we have one famous Chinese restaurant in Bandra, which is called Royal China. Me and my wife go, for example, for Escobar. Very impressive movie I saw very recently was Barfi. Yeah, I love, the movie is amazing. I love the role which Ranbir plays, and yeah, it's a beautiful movie. I loved it. Tried to do a bit of jogging. Although it's really falling short of my own expectations. I'm really looking forward to go to Europe and do some skiing again. And in Europe I tend to also do much more bicycle riding, mountain biking. So this is what I really enjoy.
Michael, do you miss living in Munich?
Well, I wouldn't say miss, but there are certain parts of the season where, you know, Munich and Bavaria and Europe are pretty. Me, my family, my daughter, we all are big skiers. And then Oktoberfest season, which is end of September in Munich, you have the beer tents, also a beautiful season. And a good European summer for 2 or 3 weeks is also very inviting. But I also enjoy the time between October and February, March in Bombay. It's a beautiful time and you can do a lot of things outside. So I think you basically get the best of two worlds.
Yeah. What are you doing to give yourself the real experience of living in Mumbai?
When you have visitors once in a while, we go and even visit Dharavi and show them kind of that part of Mumbai. But I learned that a lot of my friends who live here, Indians, never been to Dharavi. You go out and, you know, go on Bandra, Bandstand, Carter Road. You explore different parts. I have bought myself a motorbike. So once in a while, when I have really a little bit of time in the evening, I want to get a breeze of fresh air, I jump on my motorbike and drive through Mumbai. I think in my 2.5 years so far, I've probably seen 10-20% of the entire Mumbai experience.
And Mumbai is a hub of different cultures. Any nuances that you've had to get used to?
No, I lived in Hong Kong from 1995 to end of 97, and I always feel that Mumbai and Hong Kong have a few things in common. They're both trading ports. They have been part of colonization for a long time. They have a little bit of still this old English club feeling, like a Wellington Golf Club or these kind of things. They remind you of the 18th and 19th century. Very multicultural. I think Mumbai probably is the biggest melting pot of any kind of societies you have here in India. So you have kind of still a little bit the descendants of the first settlers. You have the Parsis, you have Hindus, you have Muslims, you have all kind of societies. You have a lot of NRIs who've come back, settled down here. You have a media sector, you have a financial services sector, you have trading. So very different blends of society come here. And I think every day a few Indians from all over India come and want to find their fortune in Mumbai. So it's probably a little bit also like the New York of the 40s and 50s for India.
And which of your gadgets can't you do without?
Which of my gadgets? Well, it depends on the season. If I have some snow around me and some mountains, definitely my skis are a very important gadget. One of the gadgets I get a pretty bad face at home is my BlackBerry. So that has to disappear when I enter home, and there's certain rules on holidays because BlackBerry has to disappear. I got really used to an iPad, but more than that, my daughter hijacked my iPad. It's now my daughter's iPad. I think that's one of the things. I love cars, of course, naturally, and that's beautiful. So if roads allow, I mean, one of the gadgets I would love to always have is an R8 or an R8 Spider. And I love my motorbike, although I don't find too much of time. And last but not least, my running shoes. I think when I find time, once in a while, do a little bit of jogging at Carter Road or Bandstand, and it's just a different experience. You're much more in it because you're not in a car or on a bike. You kind of jog through the people, the smell, the atmosphere, the environment. You're in it. You live here, rather than some people who decide to live in 5-star hotels as long as they stay in India. I love to live in the middle of Bandra and just be part of the society.
What would you say is the coolest part of your wardrobe?
The coolest part of my wardrobe, well, depends who assesses it, whether my daughter, my wife, me, or office. Well, I think I'm a very casual person off work, so I love jeans and sneakers and a polo shirt and nice sunglasses. And normally I wear my scarves. I love my scarves. So I think that's pretty much it. And then the part where you come to the watches, I think I'm a big fan of watches. So.
Right. And one of the best books you've ever read?
Oh, I love basically The Alchemist. It's one of my favorites. And The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. These two, I think, I keep on reading over and over again because there's so many messages. You read them first, second time, you still don't get it. And so The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, I even have it as an audiobook, and I tend to listen to some of these lessons. They help you to kind of get a little bit of distance and slow down a little bit.
And we read that you got married twice to the same woman.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the story?
My team had organized an Indian celebration, so we had a real Indian Hindu wedding with that's a ceremony, of course, in a condensed form. I think it took 2.5, 3 hours, but it was interesting experience. It's very different to Europe.
Okay, Michael, well, we're out of time, but it was great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks very much for inviting.
And that's it for today. We'll see you next time on Viz Lounge.